Oh my goodness. Okay, so we were headed to our daughter's regional basketball tournament tonight, and this was too good to pass up. I wanted to hop in here and just tell you about the conversation we just had because it was really, really powerful. So we're having a little pregame pep talk, and for you, I want you to think about this question of just like, do we get stuck in these places where we keep doing the same thing over and over and we don't know why? We cannot figure out why we do it. So, in context, this came up because talking to our teenager about her basketball game, it's a huge game tonight, region tournament, and she's got to perform. So, we all have these moments where we have to show up, we have to do the thing. The pressure's on, and we have to be able to show up in a certain way. Hey, Alicia, I see you, girl. You're going to totally get this. Alicia and I played soccer together in college. You are going to so get this tonight. Okay, so region tournament, daughter in the car, having a pep talk. And she's been doing some things in games at times. This is just, if you've ever played sports, give me a shout out. Tell me the sport you've played because you will so relate to this. How many times a coach from the sidelines, whenever you're not performing your best, or you make a mistake, you make a turnover in basketball, or you do something stupid in soccer or football, whatever your sport you play, and the coach yells from the sidelines, "Why did you do that?" Or "What were you thinking?" You know, we've probably all had a coach scream at us and yell that. When that is consistently done, there's this thing in your head that starts to, in the game, in the moment, all you can think about is why? Why did I do that? I don't know. Why in the world did I do that? Or what in the world was I thinking? Oh my gosh. And then the next thing we typically hear after that is some form of a shame statement of, oh my gosh, I'm such an idiot. Like, what was I thinking? So this has been a continual head game battle for one of my children, as this question has been asked, or as she asks it of herself. Even if a coach isn't yelling it at her, she tends to ask herself why. So as we were talking tonight, it just hit me, because one of the things that she's been told is, get out of your head, get out of your head, get out of your head, get out of your head. Now, if you know the Enneagram at all, which I love the Enneagram personality test, her number, she's in her head, and she also does like high achiever. So the very thing she's been told, get out of your head, actually just hit me tonight. I was like, Eden, that is one of your strengths. Your head is amazing, because the difference with how you're wired is, from your head, you actually solve problems. I mean, this kid can solve problems like I've never seen. She is a queen problem solver. She can crush stuff. But she's got it in her head, I got to get out of my head, I got to get out of my head. And it's one of her biggest strengths. However, for you, if you are stuck like she has been in, why do I keep doing that? Why do I keep doing a turnover? Or why do I make that play the wrong way? Or why is my shot not going in? It just hit me tonight. I was like, oh my gosh, it's the wrong question. You're in your head, and it's not bad to be in your head, but you're asking the wrong question. I don't know if you guys know that literally science shows that when we ask ourselves why, we literally stunt our ability to do the thing that we want to do. We literally stunt it. So when we have a coach or a trainer or a spouse or anybody saying, why did you do that? The minute that question is asked, or what were you thinking? It stunts our ability to be able to follow through and do the thing. So the better question that is in our head that we can ask ourselves is how? And I was sitting there thinking about my daughter tonight, going, don't get out of your head. Just change the question. Instead of why did I do that? How can I solve this? How can I do this differently to not make that same mistake or to hit the shot? How? So even what is an okay question if it's not under the context of the shame of like, what were you thinking? If it's, what can I do differently? What options are available to me? How do I need to show up to get a different result? And she just was like, oh my goodness. Instead of why do I keep doing that? It's how can I do something different? How can I show up differently in this moment to get the thing done? So she just got out of the car, like, instead of this like, oh my gosh, tonight's another night, I got to show up differently where I just get out of my head. I'm like, no girl, in your head is so much power whenever it's combined. She's an Enneagram 3. And if you know anything about Enneagram, 3s can think and do pretty much simultaneously. But when that thinking is shame-based of why'd you do that? They can't. Well, you just get stunted. So If you're listening to this, how? How can you solve it is the better question. How can you show up differently? And I guarantee you'll get unstuck. You'll break that loop of just why. So again, think about this practically. If we ask ourselves, why is the grass green? I don't know. Why is so irrelevant to actually creating a solution for ourselves? So let's ask how. I'm super excited. I'm hopping off here because I am going to watch my daughter kick butt tonight in basketball. All right, friends, talk to you later. Have a great Friday night.